Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for checking out another episode of Kenny's Record Collection. It's been a long time and Halloween is coming, so I figured I would make another Misfits related video. This time, we're going to get into the 1981 classic, Three Hits from Hell. This is a record that I acquired in the last year from a good friend of mine who actually acquired it from someone very close with the band. So its provenance is actually vetted. And there's a lot to see with this record that if you're a collector of Three Hits from Hell, there are so many different versions of the sleeve, so many different versions of the record itself. It's kind of mind-boggling. I'm going to go over some of that with you guys. It's a lot of minutia. If you're not really big into this record, you know, it may be kind of boring, but there's a lot to go over, especially with the sleeves. So, according to my favorite book, On Earth as It Is in Hell, which I will show you just so you get an idea. This is a book that was produced a few years back. I talk about it in almost all my videos because I get most of my information from this book. It's Misfits collectors that all got together to pool their resources and compare records, compare sleeves, compare everything in a very scientific way, just to figure out which pressings would logically match up with which sleeves and etc. There's like a 10-page section on Three Hits from Hell. More than that, it's probably 20 pages. Just detailing all the differences. Like, this photo is showing how the first two sleeves here, this is the technically first pressing sleeve, and this is the second sleeve for the first pressing. They made two pressings of the sleeve because they had 2,000 records and the original run of sleeves was 1,000. So after they sold 1,000, they printed up the second sleeve, which is the sleeve that I have. It also glows under black light. This picture is showing the black light. The third press sleeve obviously does not glow under the black light. And then the next sleeve, I think that's showing just the first three sleeves. Yeah, so it's just showing how the third press sleeve does not glow under black light. And then there's also a white sleeve. There are no reds in that sleeve. That was released in '86 for the white Three Hits from Hell, which I don't have an example of to show you. But the book really shows how, say, this pressing, it's like a reddish, color. I'm going to say it's almost pink. The first version of the sleeve is more of a red, like a day glow red. And this is kind of a pinkish red. There's also just some little strange details, like the borders around the pictures of the eyes are, like on this version, I believe it's a little slimmer over here than on the first version of the sleeve. And also one major tell, which not a lot of people know about, and it's, I'm going to zoom in. All right. It's hard to see, I'm sorry. The letter I here has a strange mark in it. It's like a printing anomaly. If you look at it under like a magnifying glass, it actually looks like a letter I with a little bit of the pink behind it. It's just like a printing mess up. And then the back cover, This skull face was taken from Famous Monsters 93. And there's like a reddish border around the eyeball. That actually sets it apart from the first version. And then later versions, there's like a black outline around the eyeball. Interesting stuff. It's, you know, it's minutia, of course. If you look at this bit of information here, it says extra guitar by Bobby Steele. So this was during the transition period. They recorded the 12 Hits from Hell album. I guess it was supposed to be an album at the time at MSP Studio, which is actually only a few miles from my house in Franklin Square. This release comes from those sessions. So Doyle and Bobby Steele both played on this record, but only Doyle's eyes are on the cover. Bobby Steele was, I guess, by the time this came out of the band, and, you know, they moved into their classic lineup of Danzig, Jerry Only, Doyle, and Arthur Googie. You know, they went on to record Walk Among Us. This lineup, very cool. So I'll show you the record. There are a few different versions of the record, like I said. This is a first pressing. White or gray labels. They're, you know, it's hard to tell. That's side B. Side A, London Dungeon. Everybody knows the story with this song. It was written while they were locked up. Bobby Steele and Glenn Danzig got locked up when they were in England. I don't know if they technically wrote it while they were there, but it was inspired by the fact that they were in a jail in England. And then side B, classics, Horror Hotel and Ghouls Night Out. Great songs. This label has the same type of layout as, I mean, it's not the same, but it's the same vibe as the Horror Business layout. Just the way the song titles are laid down on there. Very cool. And the classic Misfits logo was on there. And then you have the first, oh, actually, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Very cool. So there are other versions of this. The one that came out right after this was, I believe, red label or rose color label with a big hole. And then after that, red rose colored with a small hole. And then next after that was, I think, a big hole with an R matrix. And that was also from the same time as the white pressing. That also, I think, has an R matrix. I've never seen those in person. I don't have them, so I really can't speak too much on them. And then the next cool thing, my copy came with the Fiend Club mailing form, which is really cool. This was a later address. This was when it was in Grand Central, P.O. Box, whatever, Grand Central. Before that, the Fiend Club mailers had an address of West 27th Street. I love these, artifacts, these pieces of paper. They're really cool and highly sought after. The version of the sleeve that I have, according to the book that I have, only about 10% of them came with inserts. I mean, that's all data that they've compiled over the years just based on eBay sales and what those eBay sales had in them. And they were able to compare different sleeves. So that's basically everything that I know. Let me know what version you have, if you do have any version of Three Hits from Hell. Let me know all your thoughts about it. And if you need any further information that I might have in my book here, feel free to reach out. I love talking about this stuff, the minutia of it, and just, it's some of the coolest things that were ever made. So yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Enjoy your Halloween. Frankenstein says happy Halloween. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully I'll have some more content coming up. Hopefully by 2026. I've just been so busy with everything. So, all right. Enjoy your day and have a great weekend. Bye.